Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the episode that Splash's Wi-Fi sucks. I'm Splash. He's Jack over yonder. We are episode 72. Can you believe
what's
it?
a number that you associate? Like, what's an athlete that you associate with the number 72, if there is one?
Shoot. I think William the Refrigerator Perry was 72. Okay. Was he 72 or 73? Now I'm angry at myself. William Perry, he's either 72 or 73. Okay, he wore 72 a lot for a decent chunk of his career. Okay, that's okay. So I'm not like entirely off my rocker today.
Okay,
so I would say William the Refrigerator.
All right, because when I think 72, I think of the LA Kings mascot Bailey because he wears 72.
So that's Kings' first year of existence. That is, I thought they came.
No, it's I think it was because 70. It's always 72 in LA is what it's for. Apparently, that's what Wikipedia says at least. So
okay.
Anyway,
really, that's funny. What do you think the ideal temperature is?
I don't know, actually. I've never really thought about that. I'd say maybe 70, 72, 75.
Because I think like 60s is good, because if it's too hot, then it's like unenjoyable.
Yeah, you don't want it to be too
cold
hot.
Or hot.
I'd rather be like, I don't want to be freezing. I'd rather be warm. I'll say lukewarm. Okay. I guess. Anyway.
Though I guess if you're cold, you can always put on another layer. If you're warm, you can't necessarily take off another layer. You know, I had lunch with my grandmother this morning, and she doesn't have air in her car, so she had the windows rolled down, and it sounded like I was playing Plants vs Zombies, just like someone shooting with a pea shooter for an hour. It's like, oh my goodness. So that was wild. But let's dive into today's explosive topics, and as always, we start with the new, the improved. You guys love it, the hot take-o-meter. All right, Jack, pick a sport.
Let's go basketball.
All right, NBA. We have I'm just gonna be honest. The playoffs this year have been horrific. Dallas Golden State hasn't been a close series. Boston, Miami just feels like they're trading 25-point wins. So it's just not fun in any regard there. So yeah, that's where we're at on the basketball front. But to start off with the takes today, user Fella, our coworker, says somebody scores 40 plus in tonight's Celtics Heat game.
There's 2 agrees, no disagrees.
I will disagree with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree too. I think we're more likely to see like just another like 20-point game from somebody, 25, maybe 30 if we're lucky. But yeah, like you said, these playoffs have just not. They haven't really been enjoyable. So.
Yeah, there's been probably one series that I've been like relatively excited about, and that was Memphis Dallas. You know, and that's a first round series that you're just kind of like, okay. I mean, like Ja was very good. Edwards and Towns and co were great, and like that's fun. There were so many exciting players there, but it's almost like this is all you're gonna get here. So, yeah, I don't know. Moving over to Jason Haskelhorn, one of our buddies. With the uSTADIUM network, he says the Heat beat the Celtics and the White Sox beat the Red Sox.
This is an interesting one because it's a double sport take. You have the Heat beating the Celtics. I think he just means today.
I would imagine. I hope so.
I would think, unless he's talking about like the current season series between the White Sox and the Red Sox. But
yeah, the Red Sox and White Sox do play today. The Red Sox poured it on yesterday, murdered them. Dylan Cease got lit up, 8 runs in 3 innings, something to that effect. So disaster yesterday for the White Sox, but maybe they bounce back today. I don't see both Boston teams losing tonight. I think the Celtics are a little bit better than the Heat, although this game is down in Miami. And we have yet to get like the full injury report. So like Bam could be out, or, you know, all sorts of chaos there.
Yeah, exactly.
And the Red Sox have been playing really well of late, so Who knows in that regard? All right. I would say Cayenne take there that you get like the double parlay, or you get the 2-team parlay there with the Heat and the White Sox. I think
I would just put it right in the middle, Cayenne, Tabasco, somewhere around that area, because it's just,
hey, if it hits, mad respect. All right. We have a football take with 12 people that have jumped in. Daniel Nadell 24 says the Jets beat the Patriots twice this season.
Twice this year.
Twice. Sweet. They have not swept the Patriots since 2000.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on the disagree train there. I think that streak continues another year. I think it's going to be really tough. I think maybe they can get a split. Who knows? Because the Patriots they're kind of notorious for early season struggles. Like if you get them in September, I'd say that's when your highest chance of beating them is, especially if you're the Jets. And the Jets do have a better team this year, I would say. Are they going to be like exponentially better than they were? No, but it's a possibility they get a game off of them, but they're not going to take both.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I have a hard time choosing sweeps unless there's like a big difference between the teams, or it's a Titans Jags sort of deal that the Titans just own the Jags, right? Most of the time, if the teams are remotely close to equal, I'll call a split. I called a split last year with the Niners and Rams, even though the Niners own the Rams technically, and Jack will quickly
go for the
a certain game in late January that probably disproves that theory, but. Yeah, look, most of the time you're going to end up splitting. It's very rare that a team goes, for example, 6-0 or 0-6 in a division. Even like the Bills last year, they were very good. They beat Miami. They obliterated Miami twice. They beat the Jets twice, but they split with the Patriots, right? So, although the Jets did go 0-6 in the division last year, so congratulations, New York Jets. All right, pick another sport there, Jack.
Let's see. I just brought up the game in this book, by the way. So there we go. Let's see. We'll stick with football.
All right, sticking with football. A certain user by the name of Splash says Kyler Murray will be extended by the Cardinals before July 4th.
Before July 4th. That's interesting.
Yes. Yes. Before July 4th.
I don't know. I think he's more likely to sign a new deal than Deebo is. I think we're going to touch on both of those players holding out later on. But I feel like, because Kyler hasn't been involved in any like trade requests. He's just kind of said like, hey, I want to be the guy, but I want to get paid. But like he has come out and said like, I want to win a Super Bowl with the Cardinals. Like he has said he wants to stay with his team. I think it's just about like, can they find the right price before July 4th? Yeah, I think it happens. I think there's a little too much time between now and then. So
yeah, I think it's one of those things you don't want. My big point here is the Cardinals will have in-season hard knocks. You do not want this bleeding in and being the focal point of the conversation every single week there. So you don't want this to be even like a Lamar situation. Lamar's 1 year ahead that he's entering year 5 and the contract isn't there yet. So today, like Harbaugh had a weird quote, like Lamar will talk when he's ready to talk or something goofy like that. Like it's a non-story, but the media plays it up. People like us play it up. People like PFF play it up. Oh, they don't have a contract. A contract's going to be worked out. Arizona is not going to just lose Kyler Murray. Baltimore is not just going to lose Lamar Jackson. So there's always a grain of salt here, and I think it's important that Arizona is just not. They're not going to let this bleed into the regular season. I think they cut it off by early July.
Although I will say it would make for a pretty entertaining Hard Knocks in season if that wasn't the case. So
this is true. Speaking of, what team do you think would be the most fun, like the last 5 years or so? What team do you think would be the most fun for in-season Hard Knocks? Because last year with the Colts was pretty interesting because they blew the game against Jacksonville at the end. It's like Are
we saying like a team for this, like
No, like if you could retroactively give it to someone, like say the Baltimore Ravens, the 2000 Ravens are getting a 30 for 30 made about them. Obviously, it'd be pretty fun to have them on Hard Knocks. Just retroactively have the Super Bowl champs on Hard Knocks.
I'm gonna not say the Rams out of bias. They were on Hard Knocks in 2020, actually.
Yeah, with the Chargers.
The Chargers, right? Yeah. There was that weird year where they did two teams.
Do you watch Hard Knocks?
Kind of. I've had a hard time
HBO.
Yeah, like I haven't had HBO Max or anything, so it's been like hard to watch, but I would want to. Like I wanted to watch the Rams Chargers season. What's a good team? I'm gonna think like maybe the Bucks in 2020. Again, that's kind of Super Bowl bias, but just because Tom Brady and everything like that.
Yeah, you get like the Antonio Brown factor. You get a bunch of cool guys there with like Gronk and I'd be interested to like see what Mike Evans is, Chris Godwin is. Like the reputation of wide receivers around the league is that they're all divas, right? But like I've never heard Mike Evans talk. I've never heard Chris Godwin talk. I don't know what their personality is, and it's okay. Then you get to watch them on a TV show. Actually, current Ram Allen Robinson, I watched him on a podcast, and he's like super. I don't know what the word is. Erudite? Is that? I think that's the word.
What does that mean?
Okay, erudite. I think I'm saying it correctly. Like just, well put together. It's an adjective meaning having or showing great knowledge or learning. It's like so cool to like watch his gears turn. It's like, this guy, like he's been in the NFL he's entering year 9. That doesn't seem possible, bro. What? Why is Allen Robinson entering year 9 or year 8 or year 9? What?
It's like the same thing with Cooper Kupp. I think it kind of went viral a little bit when he like gave like just this like crazy like technical response to like what did you see on like a certain play. It's exactly that. Yeah,
that was good.
It's just so fun to watch those guys work like that and just watch their brains go. So
yeah, absolutely. He was talking about like the franchise tag and how it really screws over good players because the team knows the player's going to do well again the next season. The player knows he's going to do well again next season, and you don't get any mobility there. You can't, like, if you're Chris Godwin got tagged before he signed his extension with Tampa Bay, but like you just can't go anywhere. Like there's nothing stopping a team from tagging you if you're a player of that caliber, and usually if you're a player of that caliber, the contract is going to be cheaper on the franchise tag. If you're not like if you're the top guy, then yes, it's going to be a bargain. But if you're like I'm going to use a Christian Kirk example. Let's say the Cardinals just for some reason tagged Christian Kirk. That's probably bad business. But Allen Robinson, he's a borderline top 10 receiver at times. That's good business. You're getting a bit of a bargain there because he's a stud. He's going to, in all likelihood, shine in the LA offense this year. So that's always exciting.
I'm going to get the fire going here. I think that's OBJ. OBJ made a post like the other day on a Rams post on Instagram, and he commented back to back in all caps.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty confident now, but we'll see.
All right. And I think that'll wrap us up for the hot take-o-meter. And we have a special guest joining us momentarily. And in honor of this special guest, I would like to announce a bit of a takes multiplier special today. If you make a take during our show, I'm going to go ahead and double it. If you win 1,000 points, I'm going to send you 1,000 more, right? If you win 10,000 points, I'm going to send you 10,000 more, and then Frankie's going to fire me. Or heaven forbid you win more than 10,000 points. Oh God. And I just get, oh my good. I don't want to.
I'm going to go ahead and put 10,000 points on my team.
Oh my goodness. Wow. So let me finish up this push. Every take made during the show is 2x. You know what? I will save it. I'll just push. I will jump in for a takes multiplier special. You have to watch the show to get the deal. Wink. Okay. Wink. All right. We're going to send that to all 32. And I'm going to do a little A little banner. Every take made during tonight's show will be doubled on uSTADIUM. I almost died. There we go. We are good. Every take made during tonight's. That's the wrong punctuation. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Jack, would you like to introduce our guest and break out the trio?
We're gonna break out the trio box.
All right.
Yeah, we got Nick joining us from uSTADIUM. Different Nick though.
Yes.
What's up, boys?
How's it going?
What's up? I'm not as famous as the other Nick, but I still made it onto the show.
There you
Absolutely. Go. Yeah, the other Nick apparently was a former state senator, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We found out.
Yeah, like if you look up Nick Spano, it pulls up a New Jersey or New York state senator from like 20 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm a big fan of The Office, so according to The Office, a state senator has no power, but I mean, I'll believe him. I'll let him have that, so,
Okay. You're a big fan of The Office. Let's do something a little bit different here. Do you want to rank the seasons of The Office for us? Jack, can you
rank the seasons of The Office?
Rank? Yes. Is that on
I could do that.
Is that on Tier Maker? Is that something we can do?
Actually, I have no idea if it's on Tier Maker.
I'm gonna check right now.
Okay, because at the very minimum, we could pull up the extra graphic with the whatchamacallit. And also for those folks joining, the bottom, every take made during tonight's show, so 6:30 Eastern to 8 Eastern, 8:15 Eastern, whatever. Every take made during tonight's show will be doubled.
Oh my god, it is.
Get your points. Oh boy, you got to pull it up then.
We got to do it.
You got to pull it up because that's just iconic.
The seasons of The Office, right?
Yes, seasons of The Office.
Okay.
Because it's been a while since I watched it. I watched, I think 7.5 seasons, and then when Michael left, I'm like, I have no interest anymore.
That's definitely the most common thing for people to do. I might have to brush up on some of this, but I watch so before I go to bed every night, I watch sitcoms or some show like that, like a light show before I go to sleep. So I probably watch The Office 30 times,
Wow. Wow.
Quite embarrassing.
I end up watching a bunch of YouTube stuff. All right. That's a lot of tiers.
There's a lot of
tiers. Those are just rankings. Yeah. Okay.
But
oh my god.
We can just do the typical ABCD here.
All right. Would you like to start from the top or the bottom?
I could easily start from the bottom. That's not an issue.
It.
Number 9 is certainly the final season of The Office is definitely the worst.
Okay. I agree with you. I agree with you there.
Because you just get that's the only season with absolutely no Michael.
Mm-hmm.
You get
I can't tell which is which.
Yeah, you get Jim and Pam fighting. I don't watch that show to watch them have relationship drama, if you know what I mean. It's supposed to be a comedy show. I'm just not really interested in that.
Yeah, it's I always get even the Roy and Pam stuff was always weird. Because it's they would fight. It's I don't want to watch. I want it to be lighthearted. I want Dwight jokes. I want Stapler and Jello, right? Or I want the whole elaborate when Jim wrapped all of Dwight's stuff in wrapping paper.
There we go.
I want to see that.
That's what The Office is supposed to be, not.
Yeah.
And also, I can't even watch the Roy and Pam stuff because Pam is just so dumb. Some of the things that when the second Roy leaves her at a hockey game, what are you that should be an instant dump. And you're still with him 2 years later. That's just peak stupidity in my opinion. But we don't have to get into that.
Amen to that. Chris in the comments, 1 through 8 is good. The Office without Michael. Okay, yeah, I agree with you there. All right, what is coming in 8th place for you today?
This might be a little controversial, but I'm gonna go season 1. And it's not like I don't like season 1, but you know how most shows are. The first season, you're kind of just getting introduced to the characters, and they're not really set in stone yet. And also,
they haven't really resonated yet.
Exactly, an underrated comeback. One of the greatest comebacks of all time is Michael Scott's hairline. If you watch the first season of The Office, he has no hair, and he still has hair to this day. So that's got to be one of the greatest comebacks, I think, that no one ever talks about is his hair. It's up there.
I think we are about to. Frankie always said, "Hey, we're gonna whatever we're successful in, whether that's football, basketball, Formula One. It might be talking about The Office on YouTube."
Yeah, I mean, you never know. If these numbers go high, we're gonna have to have a new show.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, coming in number 7. Who you got?
I mean, it's probably number 8. The last couple seasons, that's still no Michael, but I don't hate the beginning of Andy being the manager. I honestly kind of like Andy, not gonna lie. But in
Nard
season
dog.
9, like he gets terrible. But in season 8, he's like the lighthearted Nard dog, exactly. Like that's when I still like him. But it's still not Michael, so it's still got to be a little bit lower.
For sure.
Fair.
For sure.
Fair.
All right. Now, I think both of us can agree here. There's a bit of a step up in quality. What is number 6?
Yeah, this is where it gets really hard. I guess I'll go with number
That's what
2.
she said.
Season 2. Yeah, there you go. Perfect for the office ranking. But yeah, I'd go with number 2. It fit perfectly. So number 2 probably this up there because like we were saying, like you're still getting the ending of the Pam and Roy nonsense. Like it's still in there. It's not still the same, and like the characters are a little better, but you're still getting that drama, and it's just a little irritating.
For sure. For sure. We move into the top 5. What is your 5th ranked season of The Office?
All right. So for number 5, I'll probably go with season 5, just because I don't know. It's just because a lot of heartbreak with Michael and Holly. Like we said, we just like The Office for the lightheartedness, and that like kind of erases some of the lightheartedness. Although him getting over Holly is pretty funny, but that's one of the reasons why when we're splitting hairs, that one will just get knocked down just a peg for that.
For sure. For sure. Now we're moving into the Mount Rushmore positions. Who comes in at number 4?
This is
Who's
tough.
the C tier?
Exactly. I'm gonna go with season 3 because we still don't get Jim and Pam. Now we're at Jim and Karen. I know there's people out there who think that Karen was better for Jim. I don't hate that take. I don't agree with it, but I don't hate it.
Where would it be on the hot take-o-meter?
I think it's up there, but it's not like at the bottom. Like it's not like a scorching hot take. Like if you Google some stuff, there's some hate out there for Pam. So it's not that hot.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like Pam's like when I watched it the first time, it's like, oh yeah, okay, Pam, I get it. And then like there's like this secret group of society that just hates Pam. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I didn't even know that until like you ever watch a show and then like you Google it for like 2 days after, like just to see all the stuff. Like I did that, and that's when I figured out that people hated Pam. Like I didn't really know that.
You should see my I watched Survivor.
Yo, Chris.
Hey, Chris coming in with the big time super chat for Prison Mike, the best character in the history of The Office.
Yes, sir.
Is there any other than that time that the what's his name? The okay, you know the bit that Jim has a dentist appointment. He gets his friend, his actor friend.
Yeah, the guy from Fresh Off the Boat. The guy. What's his name?
Yeah. That's the best character in the show. So
when he goes nuts. You're not Jim.
And then he shows him the picture. It's like,
oh god.
Jim and Dwight interact. At some point in the future, we could rank the Jim and Dwight.
Dude, the lengths that Jim goes to mess with Dwight is just honestly pretty insane when you think about it. But
$12. Oh man!
All right, what's at the B tier?
I'm gonna go with season 4.
All right.
Just because you get, I mean, it's a great season. Don't get me wrong. You get like the dinner party. Is that what it is with?
Yeah.
Jan, Michael,
the HDTV, and
this flat screen. Do you you ever watch the bloopers like on YouTube of that? Like, it takes them like an hour to get through that scene because like they just are absolutely crying, laughing at when Michael pulls the TV out. He's like, "I got my new flat screen TV." It takes them an hour to get through that. It's so funny. But but also just Jan is a little annoying, but it's fine. It's still up there.
Yeah, you have the candles. You have the Scorned Lover not mixtape, but like song that she's trying to play.
Yeah, her old assistant and the music she keeps playing.
That's right.
And she's clearly like up to something when every time the song comes on. But,
all right, we head into the number 2 position. Who you got?
Number 2 is season 7, only for the fact that Michael's not in the end of it. But other than that, season 7's one of my favorites because it's one of the few ones that everyone's content. You know what I mean? Because Holly's back, so Michael's content. Jim and Pam are content. So it's just pure comedy for most of the season. So that's That's why it's up there, number 2. And then I think number 1's season 4, right? That's the only one I didn't say yet.
6.
6. Yeah, never mind then. Yeah, it's season 6. Yeah, that's funny because you get the episode where Michael comes up on stage when he's at the stockholder meeting and he's like, thinks people are going to start cheering him and everyone is so pissed at Dunder Mifflin and he gets the shit booed out of him. Like, it's just so funny.
He has the gavel that like squeaks instead of like bangs.
And then that's what she said. And then he gets caught with that again. Like,
yep.
It's like, he says like this squeaks when it bangs and someone goes, that's what she said. And he's like, he doesn't like it, but it's freaking hilarious.
Yeah. And you have the wholesome scene with like the buying hugs and whatnot. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I give you the splash double thumbs up of approval. Obviously, we're not doing thumbs up, thumbs down right now, but you get the splash thumbs up of approval there.
Let's go.
Beautiful, beautiful. So there you go. Also, again, shout out to Chris for the super chat. We appreciate it. Prison Mike is in fact the GOAT.
He is.
All right. Let's dive into some NFL talk. We touched on it a little bit in the takes segment. Deebo, Samuel, Kyler Murray, both are not happy with their current team. Which player is more likely to begin next season in a different organization?
If it was up to me, I got to say Deebo Samuel. I just don't see how the Cardinals could get rid of their franchise quarterback, especially in the middle of the season. But I think 49ers, there's a world where they could move on from Deebo Samuel and just try to clear him out of their locker room and just get ready to go make a run at the Super Bowl. But I would be surprised if either one of them are not on the team this upcoming season, just because they're kind of handcuffed at this point.
For sure.
Yeah,
Jack?
I think I'm gonna, like I mentioned earlier during the hot take segment, I'm probably gonna say Deebo's more likely on his way out, just because with him, the first news we heard was not him being unhappy with his contract. The first thing that we heard, the first rumor we heard was trade. Like, he wants out. And that's just, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? We don't know. There's just been so many unknowns with that situation, but it just feels like Deebo is the one where his name seems to be more involved in the I want out versus Kyler. He obviously he had like that whole essay that his agent wrote for him, but he basically was like saying he doesn't want to leave. He wants to be the guy in Arizona and wants to win a Super Bowl with the Cardinals, but he wants to get paid. Deebo, as far as we know, well, we don't know, but as far as we know, he just wants to be out. So I think it's more likely. I think the most likely scenario I feel like is that they both do end up staying, but I think it's more likely that Deebo gets traded than the Cardinals trade Kyler Murray.
All right. What team will Deebo Samuel play on week 1?
Ooh.
Nick, you go.
I'm going to say San Francisco 49ers. And also, we're talking Deebo Samuel. Shout out South Carolina Gamecocks. Just had to get that out there.
Okay. The real USC.
Oh, yeah. You know it.
Jack? Yes, absolutely. Jack, where will Deebo play week 1?
Gun to my head, San Francisco.
Okay. I agree. I think
kind of a boring answer, but it's true.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's smoke. You're not going to trade a player as good as Deebo Samuel, although I guess Tennessee just traded A.J. Brown, so...
you're not going to do it if it's not for the right price.
Yeah, so. And especially when you're trying to win a championship, you're not going to do it after the draft, because then you're waiting a whole nother year to supplement your roster.
Right, and at least like the Titans, they could get their A.J. Brown replacement immediately, right? This year with the Niners, it's... Well, you're about to have a first-year starter quarterback, in all likelihood.
Potentially.
And you're taking away his top weapon? Like, at least with Tannehill, you brought in reinforcements. You brought in Robert Woods. You spent a first-round pick on Treylon Burks. You spent a fifth-round pick on Kyle Phillips, who's going to be really, really good in the NFL.
Although they did draft Malik Willis, I think, so.
That is true. But
yeah.
What do you guys make of the Tannehill-Willis stuff? I think it's a whole lot of nonsense because, like, Tannehill's not going to say, like, oh, I want him to take my job one day. But at the same time, I don't think Tannehill's going about it the wrong way. I think we just have the wrong perception of Tannehill, because if you're Tannehill, this is only year 11 for him. Like, you just saw Matthew Stafford win a ring in year 13 or year 13. Like, Matt Ryan, it just got new life. He's in the same division, and he's in year 15. No, why is Matt Ryan entering year 15? Holy Christ!
Tom Brady is playing year 23.
Oh,
that's insane.
I can't even count to 23.
That's yeah.
Oh man.
The saddest thing is, as a Jets fan, to think that if Mark Sanchez was a good quarterback, he might still be their quarterback, since he came out the same year as Matt Stafford, is pretty scary, considering it feels like he hasn't been in the league in 10 years.
Wow.
When you think about it that way, it's kind of nuts.
I forgot that Sanchez made a start for the 2018 Redacteds.
In 2018?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think he did actually. Wow.
I was doing a quiz on Sporkle the other night, and I just Mark Sanchez made one start for the 2018 Washington racisms.
Yeah, well, he's doing good for himself. He's on like the Fox Sport college football thing, so good for him.
Yeah. Props to the Sanchez, owner of 4 playoff wins, also owner of a career winning record. Somehow has a winning record with the New York Jets. I don't think there's many quarterbacks that can have that claim to fame. Yeah, big props to.
I'd say Mike White, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that gets lost: Mark Sanchez beat Tom Brady in Foxborough in the playoffs with the Jets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
the
that's something he doesn't get credit
list
for.
Of guys to do that: Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, Joe Flacco, Ryan Tannehill.
It's quite the list right there.
Yeah, and then Matthew Stafford beat him in Tampa.
Beat him in Tampa. So
yeah. I don't think that's quite the same, but
nah, it's not.
It's not completely the same, but Bucs fans are passionate about their team. So.
This is a good point. This is a valid point. Did you know that Mark Sanchez had a career passer rating of 73?
Wow.
Huh.
73.
The thing that I guess he would have had another year as a starter if he didn't get punched in the face by. Actually, no, I'm thinking of Geno Smith. He would have had another year if he didn't get trucked in the preseason. He hurt his shoulder. He would have had another year as a starter. He got replaced 1 year earlier than he would have, but probably would have been trash anyway.
Yeah,
but also shout out Geno Smith though. Anyway, but
absolutely
the potential starter for the Seahawks.
Yeah, Seattle Seahawks.
Oh my God, that's embarrassing.
Geno Smith. Actually, I didn't think Geno was that bad last year. It's just he's not Russell Wilson, and
and he got forced into this situation in the middle of the year. So
yeah, I mean he's not the worst, but. From Seattle.
Oh, he's far from the worst. He's competing with Drew Lock for the job.
Yeah, so. I mean, so he probably will start, which is pretty embarrassing. But poor DK Metcalf is going from Russell Wilson to.
This is why I thought DK Metcalf was more likely to be traded than AJ Brown. I thought AJ Brown was going to be a firm piece of Tennessee, and I thought the Seahawks are rebuilding, so they'll probably move on from DK. But nope.
By the time they're good again,
Imagine you're Noah Fant, and I don't know if he likes playing with Drew Lock. He might not. I don't know. And you wake up one morning and you see, I'm going to play with Russell Wilson. And then you read the tweet. No, I have to play with Drew Lock.
I'm part of the trade.
No, I'm still with Drew Lock.
Or like Bradley McDougall with the Jets Seahawks trade. It's like, oh, wow, I get to play with Jamal Adams, former All-Pro. And then all of a sudden you're on the Jets.
Nope.
Crap.
Yeah, exactly. Tough world.
Alrighty then. We have some more quarterback news. Nick Foles, Super Bowl MVP, one of the icons of the game. He's heading up to Indianapolis to join Matt Ryan and co. In the Frank Reich offense. Apparently the Eagles were in on him, and I don't know. I think the Eagles need to. I think the whole Jalen Hurts thing just needs to calm down. Hurts is not a disaster of a quarterback.
Don't they? Yeah, didn't they sign a good backup?
They have Gardner Minshew
still, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I knew they had a good backup.
And heck, they got Carson Strong, who he's my QB1. I can't look at his knee, so his knee might be decimated. So whatever there. But I think the tape says Carson Strong is a first-round caliber quarterback this year, or at least a second-round caliber quarterback this year, and he was an undrafted free agent. So Nick Foles, shout out to the Super Bowl 52 MVP.
It's a good option for Indianapolis. He's supposed to be a backup to Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan's a solid quarterback. I'd say he's at least top 15 in the league still.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That might be a hot take.
Ooh, I disagree.
Yeah. I would
top 15.
I would have to see all the quararterbacks in front of my face.
Yeah, I'd have to see the whole list.
But it seems about maybe 18. But I'm not
fair.
Sure.
I think 18. Yeah, I'll say borderline top 15.
Is he better than Carson Wentz?
Yes. Well, let's say this. He's
I'm
more
interested to
consistent.
see-
Than Carson.
I'm interested to see
Good
how
point.
Carson Wentz plays with Washington this year, because he's got some weapons in Washington.
Yeah,
So-
that's an underrated situation there because you have a sturdy offensive line, you have a good running back, you have a star receiver, you have, in theory, the pieces you've put in place the last couple of years with the likes of Curtis Samuel and Daz Newsome is on the Bears, the other UNC guy. Frick. What's this dude's name? I'm blanking on his name, but they drafted another wide receiver fairly high last year that they just didn't use properly at all. So I think Washington could be like a sneaky team if Dallas takes a step back. They're losing Lyle Collins, Connor Williams along the offensive line, although they seem to hate Connor Williams. I don't know what to make of that. Losing Cooper, losing Cedric Wilson, Gallup coming off of a torn ACL, Schultz is back. The defense, you lost Randy Gregory, and you haven't really added a whole lot back. So I think that's a fun division. What do you guys
NFC
say?
East.
Yeah,
It's a fun division because it's like kind of all like eh. I mean, the Giants are
it
like
used to be everyone was like just not good, but now it's like you said, it feels more just eh.
yeah,
like
I would
Dallas
say
is fine.
yeah, I'd say Washington, Dallas, and Philly are like eh. The Giants are not eh anymore, but I'd say those three teams are like eh.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Would you take Matt Ryan over Ryan Tannehill?
No.
Yeah, here's like, as far as I'm concerned, there's like 3 tiers of quarterbacks, starting quarterbacks. There's the top 14, which are like good NFL quarterbacks that you can trust to be pretty good 13 weeks of the season. So this is the Kirk Cousins line. Like if you're Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott, Derek Carr, Kyler Murray, or better, okay, you're a good quarterback. Then there's this middle tier of like 15 to 22 that Matt Ryan, Tannehill, Wentz, Winston, Mac Jones, that Jalen Hurts. I'm missing some names, so don't roast me in the comments. But there's like, you can get good play out of them. Jameis was really good a couple weeks early in the season. Tannehill had his moments last year. Matt Ryan had there's like a month that Matt Ryan was the best quarterback in the NFL. People forget about it. People forget he had like 3 or 4 like 90 PFF at PFF. I get it, but he was like really good 3 weeks in a row, which is hard to do in the NFL. And then like the bottom tier is like, what are you gonna get out of Trubisky? Darnold is a disaster.
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones. We're an anti-Darnold show here.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna cramp on that. Don't worry.
Gino or Drew Lock, whoever starts in Seattle, guys like that. It's like, what are you doing? Like, what is your plan here? Do you want them to improve? Like Daniel Jones, I'll give you Daniel Jones because he had some moments last year. He was crazy good in the first Washington. I don't think he played in the second Washington game, but the first Washington game, he was unreal, and they should have won that game. And then the Saints game, he threw for 400 yards. They had the big play to John Ross. Tony went nuts. Like, that was a crazy game, and Jones was like out of his mind there. One of the weird games. That's gonna go down.
Which game was that again? That was
Giants Saints.
Yeah,
went to
the
overtime.
Saints had a really good
that one
defense
was
too
weird.
last year.
Yeah, that was when
the
they
Saints
were
shut out Tom
pretty
Brady.
Yeah, they pick sixed him the first time. It's the
9-0. That was such a weird
4
game.
times in a row
That was-
in the regular season. Wow.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Wow.
So we have Nick. I'm not sure how familiar you are with our show, but we have a segment that when we have a guest, we like to play this game. And Jack is, solid at it. I think
I tend to choke later on.
Yeah,
but
I think Nick Spano beat you the last time.
he did.
So it is called high or low. So I'm going to give you one stat, 2 players. You tell me who's higher, who's lower.
Okay.
So I'll
Sounds
start
good.
with an easy one so you can kind of get the grasp here. In 2007, who had more touchdowns? Tom Brady or Joe Montana?
Yeah, I think I got that one. I think Tom Brady was the high there, and
Yeah,
Joe Montana
Brady.
was a little lower.
All right, there you go. 50-0. Not going to get much of a bigger spread there. All right, jumping into 2021 season, I'm not going to make you guys do like I don't know who had more receiving yards between Bernard Berrien and Mushin Muhammad or whatever. But who had more passing yards in 2021? Dak Prescott or Josh Allen?
Ooh.
Yeah, I think
I'm going to say Dak just because the Bills had that one weird game where they constantly ran the ball all the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dak high also, because I think
All right.
because Buffalo gets killed in the end of the season with like 90-yard games because they don't throw.
Mhm.
Dak Prescott is the correct answer. He beat Allen by 42 yards, so we're tied. All right. Which player had more rushing touchdowns in 2021? Damian Harris or Joe Mixon?
Joe Mixon.
I'm gonna go with Joe Mixon also.
All right. Also, regular season only. I forgot to mention that, but regular season only. Both of you are incorrect. Damian Harris, 15 touchdowns. Mixon had 13.
Okay, close.
Well, yeah,
It's a close margin, but it is a 50-50.
I want to pick Harris, but I really just didn't think. I don't know.
Mixon had a really good year, so I was.
Like they split a lot of carries. I wasn't sure.
All right.
Should have ran the ball on 4th down. Thank God they didn't.
It'd be like that.
Uh,
It'd be like that. All right. In a battle of current teammates, who had more receptions last season? Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle?
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with Jalen Waddle.
Give me Jalen Waddle, yeah.
The correct answer by 7 receptions is new addition Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
What the hell?
He was third in catches. Cup,
My thought
Adams,
process
Hill.
was that the Chiefs were like really slumping early on. So
I knew Jalen Waddle had over 100 catches. I wasn't even
Mhm.
sure Tyreek had that many because he disappears for a couple of games. So
Yeah, he has those weird games. It's like 4 catches for 85 yards. That like obviously that's valuable, but he had 4 catches. So
yeah.
but that's surprising. But
all right.
whatever.
Okay.
Which
Are we
player?
still 2-2?
I think it's
so.
1-1. I think it's 1-1.
I think it's 2-2. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think we've had the same answers for every single one so
yeah.
far.
You got. Let's see. You got passing yards right.
Did the
Yep.
Tom Brady one not count? I guess.
Oh,
that
no, the
count
Brady
then.
one doesn't count.
Okay, so then we're 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1. Okay. Which player had more touchdowns in 2021? Mike Evans or DK Metcalf?
I'm gonna say Mike Evans.
Didn't Brady and Mike Evans have like? I don't remember the exact number, but I know Mike Evans is basically his number 1 guy, not named Gronk. So
Yeah, and I had Mike Evans in fantasy. He would have. I know for a fact he had one game where he had 2 catches for 2 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's a stat you could look it up.
there's also weird stats like that. So yeah.
I think he has a couple games like that. That's like 1 catch, 1 yard, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, I have him on my fantasy team every year, so trust me, I know, I'm well aware of the games
Todd
that he
Gurley
has.
in the
Uh,
NFC Championship game against the Saints. He had like 1 rush for 4 yards and a touchdown or something like that.
Okay, well, both of you are correct. Mike Evans had 14 total touchdowns. DK had 12 total touchdowns. All right. Who had more yards from scrimmage
Ooh.
between Austin Eckler and Justin Jefferson?
Well, you're banking on Jefferson beating him pretty much outright with receiving yards, obviously.
Yeah. It's tricky because they're 2 different positions too. So
Yeah, I feel like Eckler missed a lot of the season, but
yeah,
gonna-
he was hurt, right?
I'm just gonna go Eckler just because he has way more avenues with both than Jefferson's only gonna be receiving yards. So I'm just gonna bet on Eckler.
All right, Jack, who you got?
That is a very fair point, but I think this is our first split answer. I'm gonna go Justin Jefferson.
And Jack would be correct. He
Let's
leads
go.
by 1. All right.
By 1, wow.
Yeah, by 1. All
I
right.
hate you, Austin Eckler.
Who had more all-purpose yards in 2021? Tony Pollard or Ezekiel Elliott?
Tony Pollard. I don't know why I feel
Pollard.
good about that.
Same answer.
Okay. It is Tony Pollard. He was 9th in the NFL in all-purpose
Yeah,
yards.
'cause does he returns kicks, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that helps.
Kick return.
Yeah.
Punt return touchdown against New Orleans. Was it New Orleans?
Yeah, something like that.
think
That's
it
why I
was
knew.
one.
That's why I thought he was gonna win because he returns kicks.
Also, Braxton Berrios is 10th on this list.
Because he's a great returner. Come on,
He's
don't
really
hate.
good at returning though.
Was he
Don't
was he
hate.
the All-Pro kick returner? Or no?
No, he
All-Pro punt
wasn't, but he
returner?
should have been. He should have been.
Okay, wrong.
No. Hold on, time
Oh.
out. I think he was the All Pro, but he wasn't a Pro Bowler. It was one of those two were flipped.
Okay,
He was one, but not both.
because that was like in 2018, Tucker was the All-Pro kicker, but not the Pro Bowler. It's like, what are you doing here? Because it was the Jets kicker that was really good, and Jason Myers was really, really good in 2018. It's like, okay.
Yep. And the Jets let him walk, and he hasn't been, and they haven't had a kicker since.
Yeah, he had that perfect season with Seattle a couple years ago.
He's a good kicker.
All right. We'll do two more.
Okay.
All right. Which AFC North kicker made more field goals in 2021? Justin Tucker or Chris Boswell?
I'm gonna say Chris Boswell.
I'm gonna say Boswell because it's pretty tricky to kick at Heinz Field.
And I think I say Chris Boswell because Mike Tomlin's the type of guy who, I don't know, I feel like he's a little bit soft. He'll probably kick field goals.
Oh no, Acuna was scratched tonight. Darn.
Oh,
That's
no.
a bummer.
Well, the Mets starter gave up 9 runs in the first 2 innings, so could be
The
worse.
Dodgers just got shut out by the Nationals, but I think they won the series, so who cares?
All right. Last one. This is for the marbles. If Jack gets it right, he wins his first ever game of high-low. If Nick gets it right, we're going to go into a tiebreaker. I have a fun tiebreaker. So, Jack, I'm not saying I'm rooting against you, but I do want to see this tiebreaker in action.
Well, who had more kicks? Did you answer that yet?
Boswell had more kicks. He'd
Boswell,
one
okay.
more
All right,
field
so we're right.
I'm still up by 1 then. All right.
All right. This is a big one for all the marbles here. Which
God.
New England Patriot defensive back had more interception return yards? J.C. Jackson or Kyle Duggar?
They both. Didn't J.C. Jackson have like 9 interceptions last season? He had like a really high number.
I pretty much have to go second here because I can't pick the same answer.
Yeah, we can't pick the same answer.
So pretty much you get to choose who you want, and I'm stuck with hoping that you're wrong.
I'm probably gonna be wrong here. I feel like J.C. Jackson had a lot of interceptions this year, though. I don't think he had 10. I think that was.
Trayvon Diggs had like 14.
Yeah, I was thinking Diggs was the guy that had a lot, but Jackson had a high number too. I just don't know like how good he was at returning them versus Kyle Duggar. I'm gonna go Jackson.
Full transparency, I really wanted Duggar, so I'm kind of okay with this.
Okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a tie. Somehow, this is funny. J.C. Jackson had 92 interception return yards. He had 8 interceptions. 88 of the interception return yards came on 1 interception.
Because he had that like.
I feel like Kyle Duggar like always has pick 6. I mean, he probably had like 1, but I feel like I always see him scoring touchdowns. I don't know why.
Pro Football Reference isn't helping me out there, but like he had a bunch of like halfway decent returns. Jackson had the 1 crazy return. He had the second longest pick 6 this year, and then other than that, it's like okay, nothing there. This is a fun list of longest interception return. Denzel Ward had the pick 6 on Burrow. J.C. Jackson. London Roberts, Ed Camus, Bouchier Hill. So what a weird list, but we are going to go into a sudden death. This is going to be back and forth. Jack, since you were in the lead heading into the question, I will give you have the first play, if you will. I want you guys to guess the 11 players that were targeted the most in 2021. Correct answers get you a point. Wow, Pro Football Reference just crashed. Correct answers get you a point. Incorrect answers, 2 incorrect answers, and you are out. So 2 strikes, and you're out. Jack, actually, I'll give you the opportunity. Do you want to go first, or do you want to go second?
I'm going to go second.
Okay, and I'm actually going to expand it to 15 because there's a tie for 11th. So 15 players. You have to guess the 15 players that had 130 targets last season. Jack, you wanted to go second, correct?
Yes.
All right, Nick, hit me with a pass catcher that had 130 targets last season.
think there's a lot of pressure to go first because if I get this wrong, it's not off to a good start. But
Right.
I'm gonna go with Justin Jefferson as my first person.
Justin Jefferson, 167 targets. He clears. Jack, your turn.
Perfect.
This is low-hanging fruit. I hope to God he's in this list. I'm gonna go Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp had enough catches to be on this list. Even
Okay, thank you.
He was first. He had 191. Which is just
I knew he is Stafford's favorite guy. So.
All right, Nick, your turn.
I think this is a safe one. I'm gonna go with Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce's 13th, tied for 13th.
Jeez.
So he clears
Oh,
134, but it's not as for sure as you thought.
My
it was gonna
second
be.
guess, I'm barely making it. Oh god.
All right, Jack, your turn.
Oh man. The most targets.
Yes.
Who
Was getting spammed? 3rd and 3. What button are you pressing to get the easy first down?
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase is 20th.
Oh, you're
Missed
kidding
by
me.
2.
Yes.
Wow.
That is strike 1 for Jack. Nick can take a commanding lead here.
All right. I'm gonna go back to the tight end well, and I'm gonna pick Mark Andrews.
Marky Mark was 9th, 153 targets.
Let's go.
Oh god.
All
I
right,
shouldn't have gone
Jack.
second. Oh.
All the pressure is on now. He chose Jamar Chase. He missed by 2 targets. Give me your player here.
Do I go with T. Higgins here? I feel like it's somebody on Cincinnati, but I'm not gonna go there. This is regular season only, right?
Yes, regular season only.
Okay. Oh man, who is the guy that I would throw to all the time? Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams is tied for 2nd with 169.
All right, I felt like that was a safe answer, but yeah, Devontae
Safe
Adams.
answer. All right, Nick, ball is in your court.
I'm gonna try to get cute here. This could be a terrible guess, but I feel like this is actually gonna be on there. I'm gonna go with Jalen Waddle.
Jalen Waddle is correct. He had 140
Wow.
targets.
Let's
There
go.
you go.
Pressure's
All right.
back on.
Jack, here we go. Pressure's on. Do or die.
Part of me is tempted to say DeAndre Hopkins, but he was hurt. So I don't think that puts him inside the top 15. I'm trying to think NFC West. I'm gonna go Deebo.
All right. We have a winner. Nick gets
Yeah.
the
All
W.
right.
Deebo Samuel
go.
was 23rd in targets. He missed
23rd.
it by
Let me-
9.
Let me get.
I told you
let me
I
get
almost
one
choke
more
it at
guess.
the
Let me get
end.
one more guess. I think
All
I
right,
have
yeah,
another one.
Nick. See how many can you get?
How many are left?
There is 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 left.
All right. Can I see how many I could get before I get
Yeah.
2 strikes?
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Go
So
for
Terry
it.
McLaurin,
Terry McLaurin is 15th. Yep, he's clears.
DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf is 1 short.
Oh my god, that hurts.
Yeah, he's one of 3 players that are 1
I
short.
almost guessed DK Metcalf. so
that really hurts. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was
that
like
would
a
have
lock.
stung even more.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Now Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs is 5th,
I should've gone
164.
Diggs.
This is probably not gonna be on, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill is 7th, 159.
Wow, I really didn't think. I thought that was gonna be where I lost. I kind of think of teams with a good quarterback. Now this is where it's gonna get
I
hard.
can confirm that one of these teams has a couple of these teams do not have good quarterbacks.
Do not have good quarterbacks. All right. Well, I mean Terry McLaurin doesn't have a good quarterback, so I guess that counts.
This is a good point.
I'm gonna go with. This is where I lose, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm just gonna go with AJ Brown. That's wrong, but
AJ Brown, I have to scroll for a little bit here.
yeah, he was
is
hurt.
35th.
He missed. Yeah, he missed a
He
lot
missed
of
4
weeks.
games. All right, so the players left. Deontay Johnson is tied for 2nd. DJ Moore was 6th. Keenan Allen was 8th.
I was gonna.
Marquise Brown was 10th. Darnell Mooney was tied for 11th, and Brandon Cooks was tied for 13th.
The only person that irritates me is Keenan Allen because I was gonna pick him, but other than that,
See,
Okay.
you guys haven't been listening to my
smart
Marquise Brown
with-
propaganda.
I was smart with not choosing who was it? I was gonna go Hopkins, but he was like out for half a year. And then
Let's see. Hopkins he was tied for 91st. in targets.
wow. Yeah.
He had the same number
Yeah.
of targets as Rondale Moore, Nelson Aguilar, and Josh Jacobs, and 1 fewer than All-Pro Braxton Berrios.
let's go. Shout out Braxton.
Absolutely. These are some fun. There's Khalif Raymond had 71 targets.
Excuse on the
I don't know
Lions.
what
They had no one.
This is a good point.
How many targets did OBJ
it was him.
have?
It was him and St. Brown. That was the only 2 receivers they even had.
Odell had 82 targets. He was tied for 65th. Elijah Moore had 77 targets. Who had? Let me get the list of players with exactly 1 target. I want to see this list.
Kenny Yeboah. No, I'm kidding. I think he got like 3.
Yeah, Kenny Yeboah is not a correct answer.
He got like
Did you
3.
guys see the stat that Tua has like 1 40-yard passing touchdown?
Yeah, and OBJ has like 2.
OBJ has 2.
Yeah,
Tua has 1.
in like a month back in or I had the stat yesterday that Marquise Brown had 2 40-yard receiving touchdowns his first NFL quarter in Miami, ironically enough. Tua has 1 40-yard touchdown in his career so far, so.
Yeah, I mean, he can't throw that far, so.
Okay. I think some of these are like 2K generic names. Yes, I know 2K is not Madden, but I'm going to go 2K generic names. Dion Yelder.
Who does he play for?
What if we could guess the team that these players are on?
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Dion Yelder is a Buck. Okay. Aesop Winston.
Oh, that name is familiar, actually.
I have no idea.
I think he is a New York Giant.
He is a New Orleans Saint.
Oh, when he said new, I thought you had it.
Yeah. All right. Seth Williams.
Oh, he's on the Panthers.
That's Seth Roberts.
I thought I could
Vikings.
Seth Williams too. Damn it.
Seth Williams is on the Broncos. All right. This is an easy one. Christian Wilkins.
The Dolphins.
Eric Tomlinson. Do you guys remember which team he played last season?
Oh, shout out old New York Jet and old New York Giant. The weird thing is I vaguely remember him catching the ball. I think I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens.
That is correct. Good stuff.
Yes.
All right. This one's pretty easy. Andrew Thomas.
Yeah, the Giants.
Yeah.
Terrence Steele.
Sounds like that's a basketball player. I'm pretty sure.
That's not, there you go with your 2K generic names.
Wow, Terrence Steele was like actually pretty good for Dallas this year as a right tackle. When Collins was out, that's
and he has
funny.
1 target.
Okay. This one I just got to say this one's impossible. Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah.
Who?
Chicago Bears.
Definitely
I own you.
Detroit Lions.
Oh my goodness. All right, I'll go quicker through these. Mike Remmers, tackle for the Chiefs. Bobby Price, a safety for the Lions. Danny Pinter, guard for the Colts. Divine Ozigbo, it doesn't say which team he had the target for. Ryan Nall, the fullback for the Bears. Johnny Munt.
I remember that. Yeah, he had didn't he have
We got Maryland legend Anthony McFarland Jr. of the Steelers. Connor McDermott of the Jets.
That was a great catch.
Yes.
Gotta shout him out. That was a great catch.
Then we have a couple quarterbacks in Daniel Jones, Drew Lock. Both of them had 1 catch. Lane Johnson had a touchdown catch. Andy Isabella had 1 target.
That's embarrassing.
He was a 2nd round pick 3 years ago.
I liked him too.
Mm-hmm. Bryson Hopkins, Rams legend, had more targets in the Super Bowl than during the entire regular season.
I think our tight ends took a beating towards the end of the year, so
for sure. Amani Hooker, he had 1. Taylor Heineke had 1. Marvin Hall had 1, despite the Falcons not having a wide receiver for half the year. Kiki QT had 1 for the Colts. Arizona legend Gary Brightwell had 1 for the Giants. Garrett Bradbury had the greatest catch in NFL history. Sunday Night Football against the Packers, icon. Miles Boykin, former 3rd-round pick, had 1. I think Nick Ballore is a former, at least Pro Bowler. He might be an All-Pro. Nick Ballore had 1. Nick Bodden of the Jets had 1. And Alex Arma had 1.
Jeez.
These are some awesome names.
Kiki QT really fell off. He had at least 1 or 2 good seasons with the Texans.
He was crazy in that one playoff game, like Colts and Colts Texans 2018. He had like 10 catches, 100 yards, touchdown in that game. Taylor Decker had 2 catches. What? Oh, Kenny Yeboah actually had 3 targets. There you go.
There we go. Get like 1 catch.
Yeah, 3 targets, 2 catches. Oh my god! I guess how many players had 1 target or more last year?
That's got to be like in. I'm gonna say like. I feel like my guess is gonna be so far off, but I'm gonna go with like 800. It's gonna be like 6 or something like that. Like, I'm gonna be like
Jack, your guess. How many players had 1 target or more last season?
23.
What?
Or is that not even close?
No. No.
I'm not fully paying attention. Sorry.
Nick missed
not
by
fully paying
almost
attention.
300.
and I still was closer though.
Yeah.
It was
go.
like almost 300. Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't fully paying attention.
Yeah. 511 players had a target last season.
Okay.
There you go. I think like Garrett Bradbury has to be one of them, because like the best, because that wasn't even like a designed call. That was just a immaculate reception kind of deal.
Yeah, I saw that. That was such a weird like. I missed
for
the opportunity
Horsted?
too. I was like freaking out about how like the O line caught it, and I was like, oh wait, that's immaculate reception. I missed my chance. So.
Oh man.
Shout
So
out.
Nick, yeah, we appreciate you hopping on. Got some trivia
you.
in there.
Yeah, it
Got
was
some
fun.
office talk.
Exactly.
uSTADIUM ranks the office. When I wake up tomorrow, and that's gonna be a clip. Hopefully Henry can make a thumbnail for it, and all of a sudden we have like 10 million views on an office.
Oh, yeah.
He
video.
will
Yeah.
make a thumbnail
Let's
for that.
go.
Don't
And then
get
next
me
thing you know, we're gonna have an office show. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, uSTADIUM are you office.
Oh yeah, I love
It's
it.
like Utopia. I don't know if Henry's talked to you about Utopia at all, but it was his. Henry is the biggest sports fan I've ever seen. Like he works for a sports company, but he's like, he runs the NBA Twitter. He doesn't watch basketball. His best series on YouTube was which superheroes can dunk. Highly recommend, by the way.
Can't they all? I would think.
I see. It's tough.
You'd be
because,
surprised
like,
if you watched those.
It's tough
shorts that he
because
made.
like, yes, there's some like if you're 12 feet tall, clearly you can dunk, right? But like, can Kool-Aid Man dunk? The best superhero? I don't want to hear it.
I mean, I guess not, but
I think Kool-Aid Man can dunk. Like he's kind of like built like Charles Barkley, you know, like 6'4", 300. I think he has some. I think he has some hop. He has some juice, if you
Some
will.
juice.
oh god, I'll give it to you.
All right. Thank you
All right,
for
well-
hopping on, Nick.
Yep, thank you for having me. Wish me
Thanks.
luck in my adult deck hockey league game that I'm about to play in. So let's hope I win.
Good luck.
Best of luck.
All right, thank you.
Skates up and don't
Thanks for
break
stopping
or,
by.
break a leg. That's the don't break a leg.
Oh god, broken leg guaranteed.
Oh no, that would be bad. Although you'd probably be able to do more shows. All right, thanks again, Nick. We appreciate you for hopping on. So
23 players have won.
yeah.
I was not paying attention at all, man. I was like just zoned out completely, and then you're like asking me
How many players have scored
How
an
many
NFL
players have
touchdown?
23.
2.
I
just
2.
oh,
Imagine I
man.
said 2. Oh god.
That would be something else. How many Rams do you think had a target? That might actually be 23.
That might actually be 23. Yeah.
Okay, this doesn't include Odell because he played on 2 teams. Ooh, Philip Dorsett had 3 teams. I did not realize he played for 3 teams. Okay. Ooh. Okay, let's just have this game. How many? Let me go to the Rams page. How many Rams can you guess had a target last year?
Okay, we have.
Let me give you a number of how many players actually got there. Can we load? There we go. We are loaded. Ooh, is there a trip hazard here? Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Aren't I guessing
7,
the number?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, no, we're guessing the players.
Okay.
13 Rams had at least 1 target last season.
Okay.
Name
We'll get the
them.
obvious ones out of the way. Cup, OBJ, or are we counting OBJ or no?
Yeah, Beckham counts.
Okay. Cup, OBJ, Woods,
Yep.
Van Jefferson,
Yep.
Tyler Higbee,
Yep.
Bryson Hopkins,
Mhm.
Johnny Munt had 1.
Yep.
Who's the other tight end? I'm forgetting his name. Kendall Blanton.
Yep.
I'm up to 8, I think.
Yep. You're missing 5.
Missing 5. Had a reception. Akers
had a
had
target.
one.
I
Had a
guess
target.
technically all of them had catches as well, but it was
Yeah,
just
sure,
the
but-
target.
Okay. I know Akers had a target. Did Henderson have one?
Yes, he had 40.
Okay, so I'm up to 10, so 3 more.
Yep, 3 more.
Sony Michel, I'm gonna guess had one.
Yep, that's 11.
2 more. Did I miss a wide receiver? We had a lot of people hurt last year, so I don't think Tutu Atwell had any.
No.
No. Who's that one guy? Jacob Harris, did he have one?
Apparently Jacob Harris did not play a game for you guys last year.
I think he tried to play, but then he got
or
hurt.
he didn't accumulate any stats.
Yeah, I think he got hurt pretty early on, so 2 more. I'm trying to go through all the position groups. Who did I miss? Oh yeah, Stafford had a target.
Stafford did not have a target.
Did they not? I'm pretty sure
No.
they threw to him on 4th down at one point and
Did not count as a target.
Okay. Okay. Who else do we have? Who else am I missing?
I'll give you 20 more seconds and I will give you a hint.
Okay. I'm again going through the position. I already got most of the wide receivers, I'm pretty sure. I think I got most of the tight ends. Did Brandon Powell have one or no?
Brandon Powell did not have any
Okay.
offensive stats.
Yeah, he was the special team guy.
All right,
forget whether he
here's your
played.
hint. You really don't like either of these players.
Is it Nick Scott and David Long?
No. Offensive Rams that you don't like.
Oh man, that I don't like.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
You're throwing me for a loop here. That I don't like. Hard to think of someone who I don't like, honestly. I already guessed Tutu. Were they rookies?
One is definitely not a rookie. One,
Okay.
actually, I have no idea if he's a rookie. I don't think so. I guess he was. Huh? He went to Northwestern and Notre Dame.
Oh, was it Deshaun Jackson?
Deshaun Jackson
Yeah,
is the
I
correct
figured
answer.
he had
You
one
have
of
one
them.
more.
Okay, and then there's one more.
Yep. You think he has bad hands?
Ben Skoranek, yeah,
Yes.
of course.
That's
I should have
right. I
gotten
wonder-
those.
I wonder how many guys Baltimore had had a target. So let me think. So Andrews, Hollywood, Bateman, Crochet, Duvernay. Did Wallace have one? I'm gonna hold off on Wallace. Boykin, Latavius, Le'Veon Bell, Devontae Freeman. That's 9. Andrews, Tomlinson, Boyle. That's 12. Sammy Watkins, that's 13. I think that might be it. I'm going to say that's it. I think Baltimore had 13 guys get a target. I forgot Patrick Ricard. No.
Oh boy.
Wow. Okay. So it was Andrews, Brown, Bateman, Watkins, Duvernay, Freeman, Prochet. Josh Oliver had 15 targets. Murray, Ricard, Tyson Williams, Tylan Wallace 6, Bell had 3, Boyle had 2, Boykin had 1, Tomlinson had 1. All right,
Then.
I'll take it. Also, Nate McCrary had -1 rushing yard. So congratulations, you had more rushing yards than an NFL player, and more receiving yards with the Ravens than Le'Veon Bell.
All right.
All
What's
right.
next on the list?
Okay, I'm going to throw something out there. We're doing a 24-hour live stream Sunday afternoon, right? Sunday.
Oh yeah,
starting at
there's
noon.
the announcement. I don't think we've actually publicly.
Yeah, we
mentioned
haven't
it, but there you
we
go.
haven't announced it. We will be doing a 24-hour live stream from noon Eastern on Sunday to noon Eastern Monday, Memorial Day.
9 a.m. Jeez.
Yeah, rest in peace. How do you feel about like having a bit of a shorter show today and we save some of our topics for Sunday?
That wouldn't be the worst idea. I think some of these could be like we could talk about some of them on Sunday. I mean, there's
Yeah, because I don't think like how much of this is like pressing. Because like we have Cardinals and Hard Knocks. We touched on that. NFL owners counting votes to remove Dan Snyder. That's still going to be news. ETN is back for the Jags. Steelers hired a GM. NHL NBA playoff updates. Like
we'll have more update. We'll probably be watching an NBA game on the stream. So
I don't think that's going to happen because, well, I guess it could happen, but it would require Miami and Boston to go to 7 games. When's the Champions League Final? That's
Saturday, I think.
Okay, so we can't really cover that. Well, I guess we could really recap it. Maybe we can get Riyadh.
Yeah, we can recap it. We can recreate it in FIFA. I have FIFA on PC now, so we can do some FIFA stuff.
Yeah, we played high-low. So yeah, I'm thinking a little bit of a shorter episode today, and we really hit the ground hard Sunday.
All right then. That's completely fine. We had a lot of fun though with like the trivia and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Nick, again hopping on. If you, the viewers at home, want to hop on and do some trivia, I will give you this. If you want to hop on and do trivia with us, you can pick your opponent. If you want to play Jack, you want to play me. Now, if you want to play me, you need to let me know ahead of time so Jack can prepare some questions.
Some stats, stuff like that.
Some stats. Or sport. I feel like we're gonna end up doing a lot of Sporkle on the live stream.
Just gonna be sitting there at 1 o'clock, like you lazily doing Sporkle.
Yeah.
My head on my desk, just like about to pass out.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to mix it up with some interesting topics. Like even when we did during the hurricane stream, we did geography ones.
Maybe you could try it again. We
could have trivia hours. Like 1 hour would be like only sports, 1 hour only be baseball, or 1 hour only be football.
The thing is though, we make a plan, but then like by the time it gets like 8 hours in, that plan is just out the window, and we're just doing whatever.
Like half the plan is contingent on there being a basketball game to watch.
Exactly. And if there's not, then we just play video games or something.
Yeah, exactly. And
although I don't know if I want to buy 2K right about now. So.
Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work on StreamYard getting the game. Like I don't know how, and like I don't have a TV. Well, I have a TV in my room.
With FIFA and Madden, I have them on PC, so I can just share my screen. So, but I don't know how you would do it. So
I feel like it'd be super laggy. I'm sure maybe there's a way. Let's see, StreamYard video games.
Who knows? We clearly have a lot of research to do. Well, I'll leave it at that.
Yes. See, you can live stream Xbox using StreamYard.
Oh, you can. What?
Or PS4, PS5. Yeah, I could probably hook up my PS4 in here. Yeah. I don't remember the last time we had a show that was under like 80 minutes.
Well, there we go. I think maybe like I know in our first like few shows we just kind of did like. There were some 40 minutes.
I know the answer. I think it was the last time I did it by myself because I like started speeding up to the late round picks.
Maybe.
Yeah, because like, I can talk a lot, but if I'm by myself, it's an hour 15 max probably. Like if you look at like our 3 shortest shows, it's the Splash solo hours, which makes sense. A couple of those had really crappy Wi-Fi as well. So like, I don't want to pain the viewers and have, well, your Wi-Fi sucks. I know it sucks. All right. So I think that's going to wrap us up for today. We didn't get to every topic on our list, but we will get to every topic and more Sunday,
and then some,
noon Eastern, on the uSTADIUM Live Network. I'm Splash. He's Jack. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe to the channel, ring a ding ding, that Le'Veon bell, that notification bell, and make sure you turn on all notifications. We'll do a little giveaway here. If you are watching and you send me a screenshot, send it to me on uSTADIUM at Splash. Send me a screenshot of you with the subscribed button clicked and the all notifications clicked. I'll send you some points. And every take made between 6:30 and we'll say 7:45 gets double tonight. Jack, thank you as always. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen,
trying to find the picture.
Aaron Donald trains with knives.
I don't have the picture.
I don't have any Aaron Donald.
I haven't looked through this book though, so I don't really have any picture. I mean, he's on the cover right here, so
I have a marker.
I have a marker too. Aaron Donald trains with knives. Super Bowl champion.
We're twins. We have whiteboards behind us now.
There we go. Awesome. All right. Super Bowl champion Aaron Donald turns with knives.
Peace out.